Now, on the chat came up is moi, Suzanne, and I am going to have my cousin and her son get the place ready. Okay. Hey, Nate, bring it out farther towards me. That in front, more in the gravel area. You're too much in the shade there. Mm-hmm. All right. People can hear me. And I want to get focused on my relatives here. I have been just delighted to have my cousin and her son and her son's significant other here from San Jose, California. And they are going to help me celebrate Joel's birthday. All right, I think we start up here, Mackenzie. And I put the earphones in the little laptop, and it works great. You can hear.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Where's Oprah, by the way? Oh, okay. Yeah, I would prefer that just because they fight over the ball. And the only thing that Jewel asked for her birthday was a new ball.
A new ball.
A new ball. Yeah. Yeah, that's her day. It's all about Jewel. That's right. Okay. All right. Now, this is just like my cousin to wander off at exactly the wrong moment. Huh? Come on. She may be my older cousin, but I've always been the more responsible one. And that's saying something, because everyone knows how irresponsible I am. Irresponsible, that's right. So we have to say hello to everybody on the camera, Nate. The camera's right there. All right? So come over here. This is Nate. I check. He's my great, what do you say? A son of a cousin.
I feel like a...
I always thought of you as nephew. Can I call you? Is that all right with you? My nephew. Now, the problem with my nephew Nate is his mother never sent him to me when I lived in Alaska.
The tragedy.
It is. I mean, this guy has rafted rivers in South America. He's rafted rivers all over California and the Colorado. He is one heck of a river rafter, and we had rivers in Alaska that we rafted.
Among other things.
Among other things. I know we should do something about your mother. Get her over here, by the way. All right, it's not about the donkeys. It's about Jewel. You're holding up the parade. I really don't know that I want to introduce you to my crazy cousin. I mean, once you're introduced, you can hang around forever. My older, less responsible, totally insane, and insane cousin, Diane. This is Diane. This is the Diane you can see wandering around with her camera. Right. And this is Georgia. This is Nate's significant other. And if I were really rude, I'd ask her to sing. She has a gorgeous voice, but I won't ask her to sing.
Well,
that was
we're going to sing happy birthday to
you.
Of course we are.
All right. Who's going to lead us? Diane is a mute.
Everybody, everyone is on here. It's a process. Oh, that's right. Oh, no. There's no process. How long have you been at this place? There is no process.
That's right.
Here we go. All right.
Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Jewel. Happy birthday to you. Thank you. That was way better than I could have pulled off on my own. Way better. All right. This is not really Jewel's birthday. And the reason it's not Jewel's birthday is we don't know Jewel's birthday. But this is the anniversary of her coming to live with me. And I'll consider it her birthday. So, have a seat. Let's go. I'm going to love up my dog, and I'm going to give her this wonderful cake that Jamie made. Suzanne, as everybody knows, does not cook. I mean, the dogs won't even let me cook for them. Nobody lets me cook for them. So Jamie says, I better do the cake. But unfortunately, Jamie's not here today. She had to attend a funeral in California. So we're without Jamie, but we are here with Cola and Jewel and Nate and Georgia and Diane. And so Oso's here. He's in his cake, but he doesn't. And you know why? Because there are competition over the presents, the balls. The only thing that Jewel asks for on every celebratory occasion is a ball. And I want you to notice. I'm going to pass. Come over here, Jewel. Jewel, sit. I'm going to pass the cake in front of her. She does not take her eyes. Well, a little bit. A little bit. This is what she's got her eyes on. But can we distract her with the cake? Oh, I think we can. So let's get to the cake first. And while these two are sharing the cake, oh, look at that cake. Now, I'm going to put the ball away. She won't eat the cake. Come on, Joe, eat the cake. Yeah, there you go. It's ground beef. It's got bacon bits and mashed potatoes. And this morning, I had to make sure that they didn't have too big a breakfast because I knew they would be gorging themselves on the cake. So this is great. Oh.
We're going to save a piece for Oso.
We could save a piece for Oso. Yeah. Yeah. Now, if you are feeling really bad, why don't you go and give that to him right now?
Thank you very much.
Okay.
You can get rid of me, I know.
I know. That's exactly right. No, Oso's in the little office. And don't bother McKinsey when you get in there, all right? Never a dull moment with that Diane. So, while Jewel is eating her cake, I thought I would tell a couple stories about Jewel and why I love her so much. First of all, there's the story of her adoption. I had two dogs that died in an accident some 9 years ago. And I was just heartbroken. And I went for quite a while without a dog, and that's really unusual for me. I don't live my life without dogs. There's only been several times in my life that I did not have a dog, and that was when I lived in South America and couldn't have a dog. Otherwise, I've had a dog always in my life. At any rate, I was moping around wanting a dog, and my younger son, Mark, and I saw in the newspaper there were puppies at the Humane Society. And I said, Mark, let's just go look at these puppies. We won't have to get one, but we'll just look, all right? Well, you know, that's stupid. Everybody knows you don't go look at puppies. I mean, that's just a made-to-order, problem. I went to the Humane Society, and these people at the Humane Society are really wonderful. They do these great tests on their dogs so that they know what kind of home those dogs need. And so as I explained to them that I had a ranch with a lot of children and a lot of other dogs, and I had horses and all this total chaos going on around here, they said, you don't want one of these puppies. These puppies have been tested, and they were all a little aggressive about resources, about food and other things. And they said, I don't think this is going to work out in your situation. Even though you could train them and we would provide you with some expert training, I think you'd be better off with this dog. And they brought Jewel out. Well, I'll be honest with you, I was not smitten. And the reason I wasn't smitten is she was just totally cued on the handler. And the thing about Jewel is that she's a one-person dog. She just is a one-person dog. And at that moment in her life, she was cued on the handler. And they told me that Jewel had 3 different homes, which was so sad to me. I didn't understand why anybody would bring this dog back. But as it turned out, it was not because of anything that Jewel did. It was because of the circumstances of the people who had adopted her. A young man had adopted her, and he had to move away, and he was moving to San Francisco and couldn't find a place that would allow a dog. Another family adopted her, and then they had a baby, and they thought a dog wouldn't be compatible. That was silly thinking. Silly thinking. She's perfect with babies. Nonetheless, she lucky for me, ended up back at the Humane Society. So I said, well, I'll take her for a week trial period because I wasn't sure she would bond with me, and I wanted the dog to bond with me. So we brought her home, and my son, Mark, was with me. And for the first week, we played with her, and sure enough, we never took her back. And what a good decision that was. So the first time I left Jewel in my car and got out and just left her and went for a little while, her separation anxiety took hold of her. And she redecorated the entire interior of my car, which my oldest son now has. He has a very distinct car. It has no ceiling. It has nothing, nothing upholstery. It's all gone. And that's because Jewel decided she was frantic that I had left her. But those were the early days. She quickly settled in and quickly became totally bonded to me and our way of life. And I think that's what I love most about Jewel, is she's just a trail dog, ranch dog, par excellence. She loves everything about this place. She loves to run with the horses. She loves to go trail riding. She loves to go canoeing or floating in inner tubes. She loves to catch a ball, and as you can see, I have her birthday ball in my shirt here, and she knows exactly where it is, and she's staring at it. Yes. You could say that she was obsessive. You could. It would be a reasonable thing to say. She even knows that she knows the ball's not there, but now, see, happy birthday, Jewel. Look at this intense focus that Jewel has. I mean, I can get her to walk backwards with a ball. I could have her walk backwards for 10 miles. Look at this. Look at this. Backwards, 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 backwards. This is one intense dog. Come on. And, of course, me being me, I love to mess with this. Naturally, don't you? Torture. That's right. That's right. What's the point of having children or pets if you can't torture them? Exactly. Oh, okay. So what I like to do, come over here, sit, and then I like to see if she knows which way I'm going to throw it. This way? This way? What do you think? Where's it going to go? All right. That's my Jewel. She's a great dog. She's a wonderful dog. And I bought this Jewel. I thought this, it's trouble. Jewel, as everybody knows, this is Kola, Jewel's little brother. And the name Kola is from the Lakota Sioux language, which means such a close friend as to be considered a little brother. And Jewel is just not convinced of this name. She loves Kola at some time, but she also thinks he's a bit of a pit, just like older sisters think younger brothers are, right? You want it again? You want it again? Huh? There you go. Jewel was smart, really, really smart about getting that ball. First of all, she knows how to get to every fence on this ranch. Doesn't matter where. And she's wired. It makes her nervous. No, it doesn't. She knows exactly how to do it. Yeah. Yeah, she crawls through anything, and she knows sometimes if she has to go way around to go where she wants to go, she does it. She's got that completely figured out. And when I'm on the trail, you know, when she runs out of water, I call her over to my horse, and she jumps up onto my foot in the stirrup, and I use the water bottle, and she drinks from my water bottle. I don't ever have to get off to take care of Jewel's needs. Now, it's not his birthday, but when it's his birthday, we'll tell stories about him. It's not the case for him. She's the perfect trail dog, and her job at Dunrovin are several. The number one, as a trail dog, she keeps the turkeys and the grouse off the trail. Turkeys and grouse tend to hide until the last second, and then they explode into the air and spook everybody, horse, rider, the whole shebang. And the reason I brought this stool out is I'm contemplating writing a blog about stools. And it has to do with stool because I'm getting older and my dog is getting older. About 5 years ago, she had an operation on her knee, and the arthritis has set in, and she cannot get into the car without my putting a stool down for her to climb into the car. And because of my shoulder, I can no longer put the saddle on a horse without a stool. So as Jewel and I get aged together, we see higher stools in our future. Higher stools. Just get a higher stool. When in doubt, get a higher stool and go on with life. Thank you for joining us. Thank you for helping me celebrate this wonderful dog's birthday. And we'll see you later. Thanks a lot. Thank you. Are you going to take a hike? You want to take her?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, yeah. That would be great. They would love it. Take a ball. Just bring this back to me. You never need to leash it. In their containers, absolutely you can. No problem at all. Let's take the chairs back. All right. Got a new ball, Jewel. Is this one of yours?
Oh, yeah. It's in my pocket.
Okay. Uh-huh. Thanks. Did you meet Mackenzie, Diane?
Not recently, I had.
All right. He should be here. Thank you.
Thank you. All right. Let me pull the mic here.
Sure, that'd be great. Thank you.
Yeah, great.